Right, so here we have some new section or rumors. Here we have is the forgotten, meaning that these were rumored a long time ago, but there have been any updates on these. So first off, here we have it is a black and white gold Wonder Woman. This was most likely just gonna be a repaint of the Wonder Woman from the collection edition we got. Next up, here we have it is the Bat Cycle of Robin from Batman and Robin. It was also rumored in here that it was included the winter suit of Robin, meaning that we could probably be getting the rest of the winter suit of Batgirl and Batman. But who knows? Next up we have it is a parademon from the Justice League. This was obviously gonna be like an army builder type of figure, but there have been no updates. Also, here we have it is a Jared Leto Joker. This one doesn't specify if it's from the Justice League or if it's from Suicide Squad. My guess is that it will probably be from Justice League. Next up, we have is another section, Mcfarlane toys, meaning that these were mentioned in either a live stream or Todd himself actually said that they were planning on making these. First off, we have is the Batman '89 Batwing. This one, Todd just said, "Sure, we'll make it," and that's pretty much it. That's all he said. Next up, we have it is Watchmen. This was talked about in one of those Infinite Hours that are made by Rob, Brad at DC Geek Universe, and I believe Ahsoka. They interviewed a guy from Mcfarlane Toys, and he said that they're not able to do classic Watchmen, but they could do the one from the movie from Zack Snyder. They could do the one with the crossover with DC in the comics. Those two they are able to make. They're not able to make the classic one for some reason. I don't remember why. In that interview, they also mentioned about making the animated series Justice League, and also the Batman Beyond, which they have already started with some exclusives here and there. So it looks like they might just go with Batman Beyond and then probably Justice League, but I don't know. Here we have also his Creature Commandos. This one was just mentioned one time by Todd, and that's pretty much it. They didn't specify if it was gonna be the James Gunn's cartoon, comic book. Nothing came out of it, but this one was mentioned by Todd McFarlane. Next up, here we have it is the Batman Panther suit. This one mentioned by the guy that was being interviewed in that live stream. He said that it's a no brainer, and yeah, it's a no brainer, and we're still waiting for it. This was mentioned a couple months ago or a year ago. I would try and leave all of my sources down in the description. Finally, but not least, for this section, they also talked about Linda Carter. All my friends said was that they will look into if they could make a Linda Carter figure. Next up, here we have is a small update on Mr. Bones and Obsidian. First up, here we have is Mr. Bone. There's gonna be one with a comic, and then another one with no comic. And Obsidian is gonna be a gold labeled. He's gonna have a chase with comic and no comic. So I'm guessing one of them is gonna be a page puncher, and the other one won't be a page puncher. This was kind of confusing, but this is the update on those two figures. So first up, here we have it is the '90s Flash from the TV show live action. So yeah, this one has been already rumored for like 1 or 2 years already. So it might be canceled, it might be not. I don't know. Crazy stuff happens. Like I said with the Batman Returns, I just can't really know if it's actually happening or not at this point. So we have to wait and see if this is still happening. But it's unlikely because of the new Superman stuff and the new universe they're making. So like I said, we have to wait and see. But next up we have it is the Justice League Batmobile. It doesn't matter what Justice League version. It's literally the same Batmobile. So yeah, we're gonna be getting the Justice League version. I honestly expected for us to get the BVS, but it looks like we're gonna be getting the Justice League version of it instead. And the only reason I'm including this on the list, even though it's already on Amazon, which is not available yet and it has not been announced, that's the only reason I'm putting it in here because it's not officially confirmed. It is just being put out early on by Amazon. But it's already there. I think I have the link, which I'll put it down in the description if for some miracle it's up for pre-order, which I doubt. You guys could go check it out for yourself.
Is, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, we've done some other Alfreds from other movies, and we've also had Batmobiles that have come with those Alfreds. Now, there's a certain Batmobile that may have been in the movie that this Alfred was also in. So that's all I'll say for now. But it's that there's a Batmobile, a very significant one that is missing, and a few actually others that from other movies that we haven't gotten to yet. So just a little hint there that there might be some very exciting Batmobile related news to come. So with that said, you know what?
And as you heard, he also mentioned some other teases for other live action Batmobiles, which there is actually another Batmobile that got rumored, and it is the Batmobile from the Batman. So it looks like we're gonna be getting the Batman Batmobile also in here, which it's kind of weird that they didn't include this already when the movie came out. But hey, it's better late than never. Going back to Ben Affleck, here we have it is Batman with Batcycle, based on the movie from The Flash. Obviously, this is from Ben Affleck's Batman because he's the only one that appeared with a Batcycle in that movie. So yeah, all we can hope from this is that they do a better job with the head sculpt on the figure, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna just add some party battle damage to the Batcycle. All they can do with this Batman, and I'm pretty sure it will be the blue version. I don't think they'll give us a black version once again, since people do prefer the blue version over the black one. Alright, the last rumor here we have for live action, well, for the old DCAU, it is the Jared Leto's Joker. Now with this one is basically almost the same as the 90s Flash, but with this one I have a little more hope since Mcfarlane is doing the Batmobile from the Justice League version. So with this one, I don't know if they're talking about the Suicide Squad, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, or if it's the Justice League. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the Justice League version if they choose. I don't think they will do a Suicide Squad wave, even though that'd be pretty cool. But I think they're gonna go for the Justice League version. That's if it's still coming out, because this one has been rumored for also like 1 or 2 years ago. So yeah, this one is still pending. Now next up here we have it is Superman. The new Superman's coming out this year. There's some still figures that have not been announced, so I'm just gonna say it in this video. But most likely they will be announced on June. So first up here we have it is Ultraman, which he's actually a theatrical deluxe just like Superman and Lex Luthor. So he will have a bit more accessories than the normal typical DC Multiverse. And before I end the live action stuff, I also have here is a clip from Mcfarlane Toys teasing us that they're gonna be doing the live action Supergirl stuff.
We've got exciting products planned for 2026, including Supergirl movie line, in addition to our Superman movie line that is coming this summer. Now, discussions regarding our DC rights for 2027 and beyond are still ongoing, and we will provide an update in the future once those plans are solidified.
Alright, now we're heading to the DC Multiverse comic book figures. First off, here we have is the new 52 Batwing. So previously we did get a figure already from Mcfarlane, but it looks like this time is gonna be the same version, but like a cooler version. The pictures that I'm showing here, he's more like armored. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna be getting another Batwing. I believe this is the second time we're gonna be getting Luke Batwing. Next up here we have is a Red Platinum figure, and this is gonna be Steve Trevor based on the Sensation Comics. As you saw already early on this month, I believe, we got revealed Wonder Woman from the Sensation Comics also. At the moment, I don't know if he's part of the wave with her or it's going to be a completely different wave. We have to wait and see, but he is being rumored to be coming out, so it looks like McFarlane is actually starting to do more civilian figures. Next up, here we have our some female figures. First off, it is Poison Ivy. At the moment, I don't know what version of Poison Ivy they're gonna go for. Hopefully classic, but it looks like classic stuff is usually reserved for the digital stuff. So yeah, let me know down in the comments which ones you would like to see, which version of Poison Ivy you would like to see for this. I believe there's a collector's editions, I believe. Next up here we have it is Black Canary. This is one also that people have been streaming for, and it looks like my friend is actually gonna make these figures. I don't know if this year or starting next year, since we all know about the DC license stuff, which is still going on. And just like Poison Ivy, I don't know which version of Black Canary this is. It could be any Black Canary. Our next up here we have it is Satana. Now, in my opinion, I would like to see the version of a Justice League Dark version of Satana. But the classic version would also be great. I think one of those two. I think people will be happy with those two, but people will go crazy even more if they give us the actual classic Satana. So yeah, with these three female figures, I know they're on the works already. So it's gonna take some time for them to make these figures since these are the most popular female figures people have been asking for, apart from Wonder Woman. So they've been working on these figures for quite a while. So fingers crossed that they actually come out good. Next up here we have is a Black Light figure, and it is Etrigan. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I can say anything else. Next up here we have is a new rumor, and it is a character named Obsidian, which apparently he's part of JSA. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm going based on that on the picture in the background, which also has Jada in the back. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna be getting this character named Obsidian, which as always, if you guys would like to inform me about this character, please let me know down in the comments. Next up here we have it is Wonder Woman versus Godzilla. This is part of the MonsterVerse stuff that Mcfarlane is making. And if you're wondering what's the difference between the Godzilla from Superman and this one, well, it's already in the image. It's gonna have the blue, like if he's charging up. If you've seen the movie, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But basically, he's gonna have the blue stripes in the back, and maybe a fire effect. I don't know. But yeah, that's gonna be the difference. And at the moment, I don't know which Wonder Woman they're gonna be using. Hopefully, they use the like collection edition, but people keep saying that they won't because it's a $30 figure, meaning that the price on the packaging will have to be even higher than 70. So yeah, we would just have to wait and see what's gonna be the version they're going for Wonder Woman. Alright, next up here we have it is King Batman Who Laughs. So it looks like McFarlane is actually going back to the roots, or like what they did at the beginning of DC Multiverse, doing all that death metal stuff. And the next up they're gonna be doing also from, I believe this part of the same thing, death metal stuff. It is Merciless. Now this one seems to be gonna be the red version of Merciless, apparently from what I got told. So it's gonna be the basically the same figure we got previously, that was blue. I think they even did a kind of like a statue paint on it. I don't know how you explain that freaking paint. I think it's patina. I think that's how they call the paint. But yeah, they did another version of Merciless that is painted patina. So they're gonna be doing a red version now, which is apparently actually accurate to the comics also. So yeah, there's that, and also another one that is being rumored slash kind of confirmed already, since we have already seen prototypes. It is the Batman Batmobile. Now this is once again them going back and fixing something they did, because they did give us this version, but in a Hot Wheels version, and it was a build a wave of the vehicle, which I believe included Batgirl, Nightwing, and Batman Who Laughs. And since we have seen prototypes of the vehicle, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting this vehicle very very soon. Our next up we have is one that is listed at Amazon, and it is Bane, which is supposed to be glow in the dark. So we have to wait and see which version of Bane we're gonna be getting, either the 2-pack or the single version, one of those two. From Amazon, we also have here it is Darkseid versus Cyborg. This is gonna be a 2-pack, and that's a crazy combination. I never thought we would see a 2-pack of Cyborg versus Darkseid. So here we have it's another Darkseid that is coming up. So hopefully this Darkseid is a little more modern, because the ones we have gotten, he's like classic looking, and hopefully this one is different to the one we already got. Next up here we have also from Amazon, it is Green Lantern Twilight. This one I'm not sure if it's just saying from the source material, or if it's gonna be a cover. It doesn't seem to say cover, but Amazon at the moment doesn't have much information about it. It just says the name of the comic book and the figure. So yeah, we will have to wait and see. Alright, now we're heading to the page punchers. First off here we have, it is the live action Superman movie. So apparently it's gonna be another version of Superman here. I don't know if it's gonna be like the comic book style that they did like Christopher Reeve, which there's already an image of this version of Superman comic book style with James Gunn as in the cover. Next up here we have is Batman 3 Jokers. So yeah, once again, we're gonna be getting this guy page puncher version. I don't know I don't know what difference they could do with this figure. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. Next up here we have is also Superman Hush. Again, this one I don't know if it's gonna be any difference or just repackaging. We already have two versions of him, I believe, the normal version and the gold label one, which I believe people were going crazy with the gold label one. But again, no idea what difference they could do here. Different head sculpt, battle damage. Alright, so if you have keeping up with my channel, then you know that Amazon have reviewed some new figures from Mcfarlane, and I do have some links to the Amazon down in the description, so you guys want to check it out or save them once they go out for pre-order. At the moment, they're just listed at Amazon. There's no pictures, no nothing, only the price on them. First off, here we have, it is a glow-in-the-dark Bane. At the moment, we don't know which Bane it is, but it has to be between the 2-pack and the single release Bane. They're basically the same Banes, just different paints and different details. I believe the popular one here, it is the single release. That's the one that's more expensive right now, so they could go for that one. And the only thing we know about this figure is it's going to be $49.99. So let me know down in the comments which one would you like to see, the 2-pack version or the single release Bane. Next up for live action, here we have, it is the Justice League Batmobile. With this one, sadly, we do not have the pricing yet, but it is listed here. So, yeah, most people were thinking we were going to be getting the BVS version first, but it looks like we're going to be getting the Justice League. But who knows, this might be a 2-in-1. It could be having removable weapons. But knowing Mcfarlane, they might make the BVS version an exclusive to a store. And if for some reason you're not convinced we're going to be getting this Batmobile, then here it is, a clip from the Mcfarlane Toys live stream.
Is, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, we've done some other Alfreds from other movies, and we've also had Batmobiles that have come with those Alfreds. Now, there's a certain Batmobile that may have been in the movie that this Alfred was also in. So that's all I'll say for now. But it's that there's a Batmobile, a very significant one that is missing, and a few actually others that from other movies that we haven't gotten to yet. So just a little hint there that there might be some very exciting Batmobile related news to come. So with that said, you know what?
So there you go. He hinted at the Justice League Batmobile. I really doubt he was talking about the BVS, but like I said, they could still end up making it. He also hinted at other Batmobiles, but in this video, I'm just going to stick to Amazon stuff. Next up here we have, it is a 2-pack. This is Cyborg and Darkseid 2-pack. This one is really interesting to me because of a Darkseid that is going to be included in here. We have already gotten like 2 or 3 versions of Darkseid, if you don't include the live action one. So yeah, we're going to be getting another comic book Darkseid. Really excited. At the moment, I don't know what specific Darkseid is going to be. You guys let me know down in the comments which ones you guys think will be this version of Darkseid. They'll probably reuse the Cyborg we got already. Or who knows, they might do a new one. But yeah, this will most likely be $70. The 2-packs now usually go for $70. Just like the Killer Croc versus Batman Grim Knight. Next up here we have is one that I don't know if it's superpowers or if it's DC Multiverse. It is Batman Black Suit and Son of Batman and Superman and Joker. This is how it's listed in here at Amazon. I'm leaning towards more of a superpowers instead of DC Multiverse, because I don't think they have ever done a 4-pack for DC Multiverse. But who knows, it might end up being for a DC Multiverse, because in here it doesn't specify. In others figures that I'm going to mention here in this video, they do specify if they're superpowers. Next up here we have, it is Emerald Twilight Green Lantern. So this one is just specifying from one comic book he comes from. I don't know if it's Hal Jordan or any other Green Lantern. They might make Hal Jordan suit look more like the ones we got from the collector edition. That might be the case, and I've seen in the comic book that he has gray hair, so they might give him a little bit of gray hair in there. But like I said, I don't know if it's Hal Jordan or another Green Lantern character. Continuing with the Green Lantern, here we have is one that specifies the character, and it is a Hal Jordan bust. Now I'm guessing this is going to be like the cowls that Mcfarlane is making the small ones, or it could end up being a big one since I know Mcfarlane made some for Batman 66 and Batman 89, the big cowls, so they could end up doing a big bust. Obviously, Green Lantern doesn't wear a mask, so it's obviously going to be the character. How Jordan, this is kind of new for McFarlane because they have done the cowls, but they have not done a character. So we have to wait and see if they end up doing more for Batman and other characters. I'm surprised they did Green Lantern instead of Batman. But yeah, anyways, next up here we have it is superpowers. Here we have a Superman movie 5 pack. It doesn't specify the characters that are going to be in this 5 pack. It just says from the Superman movie. So obviously the one we can obviously think will be in this 5 pack is Superman. They might put Mrs. Terrific and Guy Gardner once again in there. And probably make a Lois Lane. I doubt it, but I'll be surprised if they include a Lois Lane in there. They might make it exclusive, like, hey, if you want to get Lois Lane, buy this 5 pack with the figures you already have as single release. I don't know. Or it could be Lex Luthor, and finally they could put in there Metamorpho. I really doubt they're gonna do a Hawkgirl. I don't think they will put money on making a Hawkgirl. I'll be surprised if in this 5 pack they include Hawkgirl in there, and that might be the exclusive one. Like I said, if you want to get the Hawkgirl, you have to rebuy the whole characters once again. Here we also have is a vehicle for superpowers, and it's a T-Craft, which is a vehicle from Mr. Terrific. Lastly, here we have is Batman the Animated Series animated figures. Lastly, here we have is Batman the Animated Series animated figures. Here we have is Harley and Joker. So this one seems to be a 2 pack. And my guess on this one is that it will be based on the Matt Love storyline. And I believe DC Collectibles also did this a long time ago. They made a 2 pack of this. Again, this is just me guessing. This is not 100% confirmed, but it is being labeled here as Harley Quinn and Joker.